I hear you guys talking about Victory Monday. Only one way to get that. Let's see some hustle out there. We got a big game on Sunday.
You ready? Ready? Here we go! 8 read. Five. Set. 18 Gators. Hit it. Down. 15 Lions. Say go. On the set. Let's go.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. With that, let's get out to Southern California with the call from Los Angeles. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
50, play.
Throwing on first down, Marshall. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
On third down, Marshall. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jerry Tillery able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it.
After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 1. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. And even 50 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. From the gun, Marshall. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly.
So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. A give running right, Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Marshall, he's got his tight end Fan. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Marshall got an open man. It's Fumagalli. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So with that...
With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Ready?
Off play action. Marshall. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Off the play fake. Marshall. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw. Marshall dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position, because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Torrey Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback, because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Off play action. Marshall. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down. Marshall. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Now it's Lindsey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back to throw. Marshall. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Off the play fake. Marshall. Forced out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Looking to throw. Marshall. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Torrey Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught at the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away, and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, baby! Touchdown! Touchdown!
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Broncos, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
Let's go. On the hop, fellas, on the hop. Who wants it? Let's see some hustle out there today. Got a big game this week. Come on.
8, read. Say hut. Here we go, here we go. 18 Gators. Shoot. Ready, ready! 15, get it! Ready? Ready, ready! Let's go! 50, plant! 5!
That was pretty darn good. And you know what really gets me excited? The fact that I know we can get better. You guys have so much...
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
And we drop you in at the start of this next possession in a 3-0 ball game.
Okay, ready? 70, Indy.
You got nothing, Rick. You got nothing.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsay. 12 carries, 52 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. On first down, it's Lindsay. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
To throw on third down, Marshall. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down?
And how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. On first and 10, Marshall. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, a run with Lindsay. And shedding through the tackle. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off play action. Marshall. And that's caught by Smith. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
60 outlaw.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Off the bootleg, Marshall. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Rashard Matthews, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsey so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have 1,000 yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Off the play fake, Marshall. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Marshall. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Marshall. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it.
We pick it up second quarter here as the offense gets ready for the drive. They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Marshall buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. On first down, it's Lindsey. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Back to throw. Marshall. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. On first down, Marshall. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Marshall. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. Throwing to start the drive, Marshall. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Marshall escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. 91. Throwing on 1st down, Marshall. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Torrey Smith with touchdown. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off play action, Marshall. And this one complete to Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Marshall. steps away to his left. Look, it's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Marshall. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. Marshall. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
X3, 218, chop, 9.
2nd and 9 now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Denver, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to